Hey, this is Sorry I Didn't Come With Filtered Podcast. This is Taco Loco Tuesday edition. Yeah, that's right. It's Taco Tuesday. Yo, Taco Tuesday. So, how's everybody doing on this Tuesday edition of everything? Just kind of trying to figure out where I put my other freaking earpiece. You know, surprise, Will goes nuts. You know what happens when I go nuts? I go loco. Sí, por favor. Go loco. Go hardcore. Let's do that shit. So, last night was a big game for me because my Nucks won in a pivotal game to prove that, you know, everything that was that was happening is now, you know, changed its course. It's changed its way. So that is awesome. And I believe I just left my coffee cup down at the... Yeah, so I'll have to go down later to grab it. So anyways, as I was going to say, yeah, it was change of the luck kind of Tuesday it was with NHL and coaching changes and, you know, the morale of athletes just changing on a whim because, you know, coaching and staff changes just happened. Which to me, it's, you know, it works. It works in various ways. It does. It's mysterious. Everything has its way about changing, and it has its way about doing things. So, you know, that's a good thing. With that being said, you know, when you start looking at the league itself and how it had to change, how players had to change within it, it's a good thing. I'm still against the Canuck Nation around here because just for reasons out of my control is that you ultimately insulted the team by throwing a jersey on the ice. To me, that is just nonsense. Okay? Don't do it. If you want to be a fan of the team, be a fan of the team, boo, be whatever. But don't throw your jerseys on the freaking ice. Come on. You're gonna start throwing up. Alright? Childish behavior like that does not help. Especially when you got kids that want to watch this stuff. This is generally, to me, it's a bad omen. It's a bad thing. Because you're making everybody look like crap. And you know what? These guys go out there to play their asses off, and all you guys do in the stands, yeah, you pay for these tickets. Guess what? Shut up and cheer. That's all you got to do. Show up and cheer for the team. Okay? If you're not going to do that, then just stay out of it. Just go somewhere, find something else to do with your time, and don't be such a bitch about it. Because I'm not bitching. I love this team to the end. Alright? I'm a Canuck knucklehead. Alright? I will always be a Canuck knucklehead. To the day I die. If people don't believe me, then I should probably ask my family. I will love this team no matter what. Because I'm a true believer that everything happens when you least expect it. And this is troubling for me because when I start seeing this, I start thinking, where did we all go wrong as fans? Where did we all go wrong as a society? Teams need to, you need to understand these teams need your support, and negativity and tossing crap at players or just basically berating them. You have to understand these guys are working hard, and we're not We're not them. Okay? We are not them. What goes through their heads every game is something you have to understand. They play their asses off every day to make us enjoy the game. But to witness such an embarrassment on Saturday from people who think they're fans, that was more than just an embarrassment to the team. It's an embarrassment for people who are actually fans. You know? And that was an embarrassment. That was literally the biggest embarrassment I've ever seen. I've never been more embarrassed to be a fan of a team when so-called fans, that's right, I said it, so-called fans think they know more than anybody. You don't. If you ever played the sport, you would understand the game itself has changed drastically over years. And you know, I will still say the refs are to blame for most of this, for why the Canucks weren't doing well. But I'm also going to blame the fans. Because you know what? You're also to blame for a lot of this. And if you say you're not, you should really give yourself a look in the mirror. Because, to me, you're not a fan. You're not. You're somebody who's looking to piss upon everything and just find an excuse to do your right. And that's, to me, that's not somebody that is conducive to a good fan base. You know, I look at NFL teams, I see those guys, I see teams there, yeah, they boo and they shit the bed or whatever. Yet, they're not going at those guys any worse. It just seems like here in Vancouver, everybody's free willy-nilly. You know? And that's bothering me now. That is extremely, extremely bothersome. Because nobody deserves that. Just look at the CFL this past weekend. Altercation of the rise. And fans mixed it up with some players. Again, where the hell are all these people deeming themselves more responsible parties? There it is. Found it, everybody. Found my other earbud. Look at that. I knew I'd find it. Now it has to charge. Great. But again, you know, it goes back to just simply understanding that, you know, the game has changed a lot. And yes, today I am not smoking weed for one reason. I got too fucked up. You know, I started noticing this lately that, you know, the fans are starting to get a little too carried away in the way they do things with the athletes, and it's not very good. It's not a conducive lifestyle for anything, for any fans. Just, you can't go and mix it up with an athlete, for one. Two, you know, just settle down. It's a game. Gotta remember it's a game. Alright, everything happens. I understand emotions get high.
Trust me, I understand that. I used to be an athlete, so I could say that in a very easy way of thinking. But when you start going after players after the game, charging at them, you deserve to get your head punched in. It don't matter. To me, you deserve it. And some of these guys, these guys work out every day, and I bet you they can throw more of a punch than any of you could. So, just saying that alone makes me understand that this is very troublesome, very, very stupid. All right. But to go on, because I forgot to give I gave you a rehash of what I could do. I wasn't myself yesterday. I was really out of it. Really stoned, too, at the same point. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat that because of how I was yesterday. I was really, really out for a good squack load of things. But anywho, I do have my snowboarding boots coming to me, so I'm going to be happy about that. Last night's games were pretty interesting. As I said, the Canucks won. The Flyers and the Avalanche game was very entertaining. That was probably one of my favorite games of the year, the way I saw it. So, to go back, the Senators won, Avalanche won, Capitals won, Stars won, Penguins won 6-1. These guys are still rolling, and then the Canucks won last night, and they shut out the Kings. So, today's games, I'm going to give you my predictions. I say the Senators over the Islanders, Predators over the Red Wings, Lightning over the Canadiens. I'm going to say the Leafs over the Blue Jackets, Ducks over the Sabres, Panthers and Blues probably. I'd say Blues, but I'm going with the Panthers. Hurricanes, Jets. I'd probably go with the Jets. Rangers over the Blackhawks. Wild versus Oilers. I wouldn't go past the Wild on it, but I'd say Oilers. And then Shark and Flames. I'll say the Flames. They're looking for a rebound game. So that's my predictions on that. The NBA, let's see. Since we have, the headlines yesterday was, Bruce Boudreau comes into the Canucks organization less than 24 hours or so less than 24 hours, has his first practice with the team, wins the game. You can't ask much more for a better start to your NHL, start of your NHL day. So, that's pretty cool. So my predictions today for the NBA would be Nets over the Mavs, Knicks over the Spurs, and Lakers over the Celtics. With that being said, some of the takeaways from the NBA, I would be saying the Grizzlies without Jay Morant are still killing it. The Bulls without, one of their star players, I believe it was, and they were killing it. And, it was awesome. It was a good game. I give Giannis Antetokounmpo creds for after the game, giving his game-worn jersey to a fan. That was pretty cool of him. That was really, really cool. NFL, again, we got, so the Patriots beat the Bills. So now it really does make table talk a little more interesting here because the AFC East is just, you got the Dolphins running up. So you got like the wild card game, like the wild card spots in the NFL are just going to be crazy. Let me check that out right now. So they just kind of, okay, so on the brink of possibly making the playoffs, you got the Steelers, you got the Colts, you got the Raiders, you got the Browns, Broncos, and Dolphins. And basically out of the race right now, yeah, of course, Jets, Texans, and Jaguars. I'm just kind of surprised. That's in the AFC. And out of the complete race is the Lions in the NFC. So looking at the brink, you got the Eagles, you got the Vikings, you got the Panthers, the Falcons, the Saints. I don't know why the Giants, Bears, and Seahawks are still in it. I'm pretty sure they're mathematically out. But anyways, so the projected for the AFC, Patriots would get a bye. Bills at number 7 would play the Titans. The Bengals would play, if it started today, they say. The Bengals versus the Ravens, Chargers versus the Chiefs. Well, if I go and look over here, the projected would be, the Cardinals would get a bye. The Niners would play the Packers. The Washington football team would face the Buccaneers. The Rams versus the Cowboys. Right? Am I right? Yeah. So you're like, this is really, as I say, now we're going into week 14. So we got 4 weeks left. Now it's starting to become critical for teams to actually, like, the Saints probably should win against the Jets, you know. You got two teams like Seahawks and Texans who are playing for whatever. You got the Raiders versus Chiefs playing, you know, for a playoff berth. So are the Ravens and the Browns. Cowboys in Washington. Jaguars and Titans, I know that they're playing for their playoffs, so they should easily hand something there. A victory over the Jags. And then you got the Chargers who should take out the Giants. Broncos should be able to take out, or the Lions should be pretty much taken out by the Broncos. The interesting one I could see this weekend coming up, it's the Bills and Buccaneers and Rams and Cardinals. And I will go over that tomorrow and Thursday and explain why I see those two being the most, you know, big game kind of situations on that front. Just because the whole thing is going to start really moving its direction towards whatever it is. And I'm very, very happy about what possibly could be. So that's my take on that. Tonight you got the pro wrestling. I watched WWE Monday Night Raw. You know, again, I don't know, this whole Austin Theory Vince McMahon thing is starting to kind of creep the hell out of me. I got, you know, weird vibes from that. The other aspect is that you got Bobby Lashley back in the title picture. You got, you know, that going on Raw. But I'm really, like, I'm hoping Johnny Gargano resigns with WWE, but it kind of looks maybe he could be just going to AEW. You know, go on to a new exciting adventure for himself. And that's good for him. But again, he is the heart and soul of NXT. So I'm pretty sure Vince would probably try to keep him. And I know Vince likes him. Because again, son-in-law and one of the faves on that crew are absolutely loving Gargano. That's Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Tommaso Ciampa would be somebody I'd probably watch out for too. Because I'm knowing he's probably coming up. But he has been injured, so he's probably got time added to his his contract. And that's fine. That's his thing. Again, I'm not going to question anything on that front. With all that being said, it's pretty much it's coming down to like the nitty gritty of everything in the pro wrestling world. I wouldn't, as I say, I wouldn't pass anything off on what WWE could possibly have literally in store for other people. They could possibly be starting to re-sign some more guys, because you got so many other talent that get signed or re-signed contracts, which wouldn't be a bad thing, and that'd be a great thing. Right now, yeah, I'm just like really, shocked in a minute. But I can't wait for, like, Dynamite tomorrow. Dynamite to me is like something I'm always cautious. I know, like I've said, they're kind of trending into like the WWE, kind of getting a little stale, the storylines are getting boring. And yeah, that's true. But that again is new company, starts out fresh, and then kind of does that pivotal nosedive of being the young and upcoming company. So, grandeur of it's all. With that all, I will try to keep you guys updated on the Gargano thing, but check out Fightful and wherever you get your wrestling podcast and your wrestling news. I wouldn't be shocked to see maybe Gargano signed sometime this week. I wouldn't be too utterly shocked, because again, like he is the heart and soul that brand, the elder statesman. So he probably will stay, knowing that there's so much more given to him and the other guys in NXT. So I wouldn't be overly shocked to see him stay. With that being said, that is sorry I didn't come with a filter podcast. I know I'm a little off right now. I'm still trying to work out some mental health issues. Quick update there. They're starting to work. I'm starting to, everything's starting to find its way out of my system, so that's a good thing. I will be trying to get back into working out. It's once I get into this mindset, I can't really do much. I'm just too on myself. So again, sorry I didn't come with a filter podcast here. I will be back with the Wednesday Hump Day Woman's Crush Day update for you and all that. And y'all have a great Tuesday.